All right, Sports Rewind Digital. We're live tonight, joined with Davo. Randle's man flu, so he's not with us tonight, mate. How are you
No
traveling?
commitment. Yeah, I'm good. Good.
Hey.
A bit wet down here, but she's all good. Daughter got a bit of football in on Saturday before the rain came. Other daughter
Nice.
missed out on cricket, so we missed out on baseball. I think that's your fault. Every time you've said you're available to play baseball, we seem to get a washout.
You know what the best thing about this weekend is?
What's that?
It's a long weekend. I can play, and we're not playing. So I can't be the blame this weekend that, that's the reason. So
everyone will be in Tamworth.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, mate, big happy birthday to you during the week too.
Yeah, just another day last week.
Yeah, another day. But no, happy birthday. I hope you had a good one, mate.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, it was good. 51. Jeez. Almost ready to go up another age bracket. But that's a few years away yet.
Absolutely. All right, mate. We've got a bit of tidbit action tonight. We'll kick off into some baseball, some NRL, a little bit of cricket, the 20 T20. What? Yeah, wow. Absolutely. Coming from a guy that can't be on the show because he's too sick, but he can.
Peanut Gallery, eh?
Yeah, the old Peanut Gallery. That's right.
Is he Statler or Waldorf? Which old bloke from the Muppets is he? Sitting up there on the balcony, sort of just heckling.
We can call him both, I reckon. He's a bit from column A, a bit from column B. But
yeah.
Bit of NASCAR results tonight. Van Gisbergen had a good run over there. AFL. Before we get into our tidbits, let's talk about a couple of guests we got lined up for the next 3 weeks of shows. Next week, we've got a couple of fellas from the UK on to talk about their sports channel and what they cover. The following week, local member of parliament here, Dan Repicoli, and talk about his pistol shooting. And that'll be our second Olympian to come on the show. And the week after it, your mate Davo. Who we got on?
Yeah. So Damien Tomlinson, ex-commando, Paralympians coming on. So it'd be good to have him back on the show. We just only scratched the surface last time he was on. So
yeah,
be good to get him back on, even if he wants to carry on about his Dodgers and how well they're doing.
Absolutely. It was a great show when we had him on last. It was just really easy to talk to and really inspiring story, really, on, the little bits and pieces that he's done. And, yeah, as you said, we only scratched the surface. So be good to scrape a bit deeper and, we'll let him talk about his Dodgers for about 15 seconds and that's about it. We'll move on, but
pretty much.
It'll be good to hear his insights into what he's been following in the baseball this year, because he is a pretty big fan of baseball and sport in general. Obviously, he's playing in the golf, and he's the president now, isn't he, of the Amputee Golf Association?
Yeah, pretty sure he is. And he had a lot, like he was busy on Anzac Day, his first civilian in a way to give the speech at the War Memorial on Anzac Day. So said he was rather nervous for that, but what a thrill that would have been. What an honour. So he's doing well.
Absolute legend. It'll be good to have all of them on and hear all the different sides of the 3 different guests. All right, let's jump into some tidbits. Our tidbits sponsored by King Billy Jerky. Head over to kingbillyjerky.com to grab yourself some beef jerky. You're up first, Davo.
Yes, love this one. So my mate Pete Bergen, he'd be all over this, but the most golden sombrero games of all time. So for those that are uninitiated, golden sombrero means 4 strikeouts in the one game. So leading the way now with 28, Giancarlo Stanton, 27, Ryan Howard, 26, Chris Davis, 25, Joey Gallo, mind you, I think once he's back fit, that number will go up. 23, Reggie Jackson, 21, Suarez, and good old Jim Thome at 20. So Stanton, he got his 28th the other day to now lead what a dubious list.
Yeah, absolute gem of a list. I reckon if Randle didn't play in beer league and didn't get 4 at bats, he only gets 3 at bats.
Yeah,
he'd be a chance to be high on that list as well. But he only usually gets 3 at bats a game, so pretty hard.
And I'm sure his stats from MLB The Show would probably be the same, wouldn't it?
I think he plays at a pretty low level for that, mate. So
of course,
we'll let him slide on that one.
So then, I saw this nice little chart. So it's Harvey Baez has swung and missed at almost 3,300 pitches during his big league career, and it's been a wild ride. So for those that can't see it, they've just put some dots where pitches he swung at. And to say Vlad Guerrero used to be a free swinger, is an understatement when it comes to this guy. That's putrid.
There's his feet, and there's there would be 15 of them below his feet.
Yeah.
So they clearly bounce. There's 3 that are above his head high. They're all fastballs above his head. It's pretty crazy.
Couple that are hitting him.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's a classic. I love that one. All right. I've got a couple here. This one, the Mets are spending nearly $76 million this season on players no longer on their roster. Scherzer 30, Verlander 25 mil, McCann 8 mil, Navar's 7 mil, Lopez 2, Wendell 2, and what about the last one on that list, Bobby Vanilla, 1.1 million. A lot of money there. A lot of money.
That is. I'm sure the Ace would love that payroll.
Yeah, that's probably more than their payroll put together, I'd imagine.
And the Rays. Put the A's and the Rays together, and you probably go close to 75 million.
Yep. My second one, mate, Aaron Judge. With his 3rd home run the other day against the Giants. He becomes the 3rd player since 1906 with 25-plus extra base hits in May. So he joins Ty Cobb and Earl Webb. He's having a bit of a gem of a season there, old Judge.
Yeah, he's gone on a tear, hasn't he? Especially against your Giants.
Yeah. Look, I wasn't going to put this one in. This is one of Randle's, but I got to put it in after that. Aaron Judge, most home runs at Oracle Park this season. Aaron Judge, 3 in 8 plate appearances. Next closest is Tyro Estrada with 109, 3 in 109, and Mike Yastrzemski, 3 in 90 plate appearances. So pretty putrid there from those Giants, that's for sure.
Mate, they're killing you in all areas, aren't they?
Oh, they are. Well, when we get to Dabble later on, I'll show you what the Giants cost me today. So, but anyway, yeah, Randle, you have a good chuckle there, mate. Plenty of tissues there, I'm sure. So, bit of tissues there for me today for the Giants, that's for sure. Well, that rounds out our tidbits anyway. Thanks to KingBillyJerky.com for his sponsorship of the tidbits. The Dabble, our punts of the week, Davo, we're 0 for 412 so far this year.
Like Randle's batting average.
Let's see if we can get one going, but I don't know if we will. Anyway, if you're going to have a Dabble, head over to Dabble, download the app, Sports Rewind for the code. What have you picked, mate?
Yeah, so this time I've gone the Guardians to beat the Royals. Pretty close that match, but I'm hoping the Guardians will keep their good form going. Leading into the Astros over the Cards. Sorry, yep. Ninja. I hope the Astros get up on that one. Then I've gone into New South Wales to win State of Origin number 1 tomorrow night. that's going to be a nice even game. And then short priced into India beating Ireland in the men's ICC World Cup. So hopefully at $6.78.
You beauty. And just remember, gamble responsibly. Tomorrow, mate. Friday. Dallas Mavs got the Celtics to win over 214.5 points and Jason Tatum to have 45 points plus rebounds plus assists at 425. Jump on. Randle, I know you couldn't be here, mates, and you didn't get one in time. So what I've done is picked each of our teams and thrown them in. Red Sox, Orioles, and Giants at 747. Excuse me. Jump on. Have a look at this one. Go down and have a look at all those teams. And you look down the bottom, who cost that $77.63 rocket there?
And also a walk-off too.
Giants. Yeah, it was horrible.
You would have been looking all right, and then a walk-off to spoil it for you.
Horrible. But as we say, gamble responsibly. Jump on to Dabble and use the promo code Sports Rewind. Absolutely brutal. But anyway, we'll see how this week goes.
That's the Giants for you.
Yeah, it is. I just want to share this one too, Dave. While we're sharing some things, what about this? Vote for us in the local business awards. It must be a category for 9 p.m. Tuesday for most dribble, I reckon.
Definitely.
But
that's all.
Get on there and have a vote. We would absolutely love it. Love it. We'd love to have a beer at if we make it to the next level there to collect our award, because Belmont 16 footers, I think it is, Davo. We go and have a couple of beers and we remind you of the old athletics days, wouldn't it?
Enemy territory there. Belmont.
Beers there. But yeah. All right. I don't think there was any Newcastle baseball on during the weekend, mate. Like everywhere else, not much sport played with the weather, so I'm not even going to get into Newcastle baseball, but we might jump into what we have for the baseball news, and we'll do a bit of a standings. This was some pretty big news. Angel Hernandez retired. What do you reckon's happened here, mate? A few reports saying he went into a bit of a meeting with the MLB and they've upped him and he's walked out.
Yeah, well, apparently, from what I've sort of heard, is that they're in talks with the umpires about a new pay deal or new agreement. So I think MLB saw this as the opportunity to finally be able to get rid of him. So MLB may have given up a little bit for the rest of the umpires just to get rid of Angel.
Yep.
But that's where they said now's been the perfect timing because a new enterprise agreement is due. So I think MLB might have played hardball or given them something to say, no, Angel.
Yeah, nice. I like it. Obviously, he's at the top, or has been at the top level of MLB umpires. So we can't discredit him too much. He's been there for a long time, and obviously he's there because he's the best of the best. But the last few years, we've really seen some shockers, haven't we?
Yeah, and it's a shame when they send you out by showing you career lowlights instead of highlights.
Yeah.
Which has just sort of been the last couple of years and some of his calls.
Yep. No, absolute stellar career. I know we bag him out a fair bit, but to be at that level for that amount of time is pretty good.
Well, there's been plenty. Like I remember I was through the 90s, Eric Greg, big African-American umpire. There was one playoff game, the Marlins, I think it might have been 97. Levan Hernandez had like 16 strikeouts, and this guy made Angel look good. So there's been bad umpires out there. Even Cowboy Joe West said, look, he sort of made me look good on occasion. So, he has been bad the last few years. But you say 30 plus years as an umpire, you got to do something right to stay there that long.
Absolutely. Plenty on the social media about it anyway. Plenty of, as you said, lowlights popping up. Hey, another one you sent me through was this one. The Cosmic Baseball. It's real and it's electric.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on this?
Mate, how cool was it? Like I saw they showed the stadium just like normal lights, and then they flipped the lights over to those. And just to see the players come out just glowing, be a great spectacle. I don't know if I'd want to play it. I think it'd be pretty hard to pick up the ball, but great concept.
Yeah, it is. It is a great concept, and I guess trying to keep up with things like the Savannah Bananas and things like that, trying to make it fun. I think it's a great initiative, and see what happens with it. They might get a few games here and there where they play it and have their little cosmic league. But I think you sent me through a TikTok as well with one of the balls.
New style ball that has changes colours and glows in the dark. Well, doesn't glow in the dark, but you use it at night, and it's got the USB thing on it, so you can plug it, charge it, and all that. So I think you've got to do what you can to survive over there, to stand out, because you have so many independent leagues and games and all that. So whatever edge you can get to get people through the door, all for it.
See, I watched a bit of the Bananas game on the weekend, actually, and they got a new team in. So they've got 3 teams in their league now. So the Firefighters are in town now.
Yep.
It was good to see. They had a pretty good team as well. It was pretty evenly matched again, and I don't know, something a little bit different again. So keeps them guessing. And now they've
got to adapt, because if you don't adapt, you get a little bit stale. Because they're putting on a good product, but it's only so often you can see like the backflip outfield catch or the trick plays they often do. So to spice it up, add in a new team, new players, sounds good.
There was a backflip strikeout on the weekend. So
yes,
old mate did a backflip through the pitch, struck him out, and then another backflip, and it was like, whoa. So it was pretty cool to see that one. They're doing good things. I like watching the Bananas, and especially when our Aussie drop bears get over there and sort them out again this year. So hopefully they get a full complement of games in.
Yeah, that'll be good to see.
Well, what are our thoughts on this? I know I'll give my 2 bobs worth, because I know it's opposite to what yours is. I actually like the hats. Not real sure about the jersey and I guess the red undershirts and stuff like that. These are the Toronto City Connect jerseys and unis. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with you in a way on the undershirts. I'm not really sold on the red, but I like the design on the front, just the Toronto out skyline sort of thing, and the needle there. So the hat's growing on me. But as I said to you before, I think they used to have a hat for Canada Day, which was the main maple leaf with their sort of normal blue. But there's a lot worse out there.
Yeah, there is.
Just change up the red undershirt.
Yeah, I agree. Even go to that light blue or whatever it might be on the striping there. I reckon that would look unreal.
Yeah. Anyway, but from colour point of view and all that, it looks good.
Yeah, that's what they're going with.
The jersey it is.
Yeah. Yeah. They were flicking through, I don't know, it might have been Van Dyke sent me through these ones. Some under 13 and under 14 velos from one of the comps over there. how's some of the velocity here of the 13U and 14U teams? So 13U, and there's kids throwing mid and high 80s, so 89 mile per hour for Caleb Polk. Then it goes down to 85 and plenty of 84s and 83s. The 14U team, there's two guys over 90 mile an hour. Dexter McClellan, 94, Chase Cotton, 90 mile an hour. We talk about injuries and I guess the different things going on with arm injuries and all the things, mate. Is it, something to do with us showing the speeds of their pitching at this age? Like, I know we had kids get, their speeds checked with radar guns and things like that when we were juniors, but nothing was always shown like this. What are your thoughts here, mate?
I think it can only do harm in a way because kids these days, everyone's got a radar gun. So they're out there trying to throw as hard as they possibly can to get velo. Now, when you're 13, 14, your body's still growing.
Yeah.
Like you haven't adjusted. You haven't sort of come into your body yet. So, well, yes, it might be nice to sit there and think, yeah, I've hit that velo, but how long are you going to sustain it for? And are you doing your body damage? Because surely at that age, they don't have great mechanics. So they're just using their arm. And you know yourself as a 13, 14-year-old, you weren't taught that well. You just got up there and threw as hard as you could.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think sometimes you've got to pare it back a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you have a look there at the bottom of that 14U, and there's 12 players tied on 87 mile an hour. I know back when I was under 14s, we had blokes like Sturgeon and Chris Kelly throwing harder. I wouldn't have thought they would be throwing that hard, but, it sure did seem like they were throwing 90 mile an hour back then. But, yeah, some plenty of speed on the ball there, that's for sure. It was just an interesting one to talk about. I guess we've talked about the arm injuries before and different things. Yeah.
Well, let's see where those names are in 10 years' time.
Yeah, well, hopefully they prove us wrong, mate, and hopefully they are in the show. And, but yeah, it's pretty crazy. Mate, some sad news here for you. The New York Yankees, they were the first to 40 wins this season. They're pretty red hot at the moment, though.
And doing it without Garrett Cole too. So their 1-2 punch of Judge and Soto, and Stanton still healthy.
Yeah, they're killing it, aren't they?
Let's put the mocker on. Let's put the mocker on him.
Well, we've killed everything else on the show.
I know. Randle should put a comment in there somewhere because it's affecting his Orioles as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yankees, they're playing well as a team, and Soto's leading from the front. He's been a great addition for them.
Yeah, well, let's just say I think Aaron Judge and Juan Soto are going to be fresh all year with no injuries. How about that, Davo? Is that enough for us? Tomorrow morning, about 9 a.m., we'll get back to you on how that went.
Yeah, collision in the outfield between the two of them. No, you'd never want to see that happen.
No, you wouldn't, but only to the Yankees, though. The Phillies on pace to win 112. They're red hot as well. So thanks, Randall, for letting us. I can't believe you're still online, mate. You could, you can watch the show, but you can't be on here, Terrible. Thanks for tuning in anyway, BJ. Phillies have been red hot. It's been some crazy times in MLB. Well, I guess who's been the biggest disappointment for you, Davo, this year? I think there's a few. For me, Texas Rangers have clawed their way back. They haven't got much pitching, and they're still only a couple of games back there. I think the Marlins for me have been the biggest disappointment.
Yeah, they were looking pretty good last year, but yeah, just I think selling off a lot. They have been abysmal this year, but just trying to think who's really floundered. And I think NL West a little bit. I think I was expecting more of a good battle there. Even the AL West, like I know the Astros are trying to turn a corner, but they started pretty dismally too.
Yeah. Blue Jays are another one that just been real disappointing. They're way back. I don't even know. They're about they're 13 games back. That's massive.
Yeah, there's even talk of them being sellers at the break, which
wouldn't surprise me.
Unheard of when you've got the talent that's on that roster. You think they should be doing a lot better.
Yeah. No, for sure. I know there's been plenty of injuries and bits and pieces. They've got a few here. Darvish and Joe Musgrove for San Diego. That's massive for them. Two frontline pitchers there.
Darvish,
what are they doing there?
Too.
They're 7 games back from the Dodgers. So, yeah, brutal for them. What about Randle's Orioles? John Means and Tyler Wells. So, gone. Both of them. UCL or Tommy John. And the Tigers, mate, this is a bit of disappointment. I know you sort of followed his progress coming up. I think you might have a few of his rookie cards or something, do you?
Yeah, I've got one or two, but I know guys like Troy Unsworth, Undies, was a big fan, and back when he was sort of coming up, he was the guy. And as we said, the Tigers they were thinking they're cheering. It's like we've got Miggy's retiring, we've got Torkelson coming through, pass the baton on and just keep going. But hopefully he can turn around if he gets traded. Then does well for a new team. But
guess like what Joey Bart did with the Giants, he was a top end prospect, got put down, and Pirates picked him up, and I'm hoping he does something for them. So
yeah,
hopefully, something like that can happen for Talk. It'd be great to see him back in the show. But anyway, see what happens.
All the pitchers out, like we keep saying, why isn't someone going to get Bauer? He's pitching well down in Mexico.
Yeah, he is. He is. Couple of let's go to Twitter for a couple of posts here. Our Aussie young gun, check out the swing on this from Bazzana. This is just absolutely crunched. He doesn't know if it's fair or foul. He's waiting. And the umpire's call. And it is fair. Unbelievable, isn't it? So good to see.
Swing, isn't it?
Yeah. But some of his I love watching his swing. There's plenty here on Twitter that I've got saved of him, and there's like
the draft's coming up soon, isn't it?
Yeah, real soon. Not 100% sure on the date, but it is real soon. They're in playoff land anyway for their check out this in the slow frames. It's just got a nice swing.
Yeah, just keeps
I hope he does go number one
so well.
Yeah, he's just crushing the ball. Got a couple of others saved here for you. Wait till you see this one, Davo. Did you see Matt Waldron's knuckleball that almost took the catcher out? Check this one out. So, big knuckle puck.
His entire career. Strike that his entire career. There's one that's a strike.
It's crazy.
That's a hard knuckle too. It's like quite often they float in a bit, but that had some speed and movement.
Yeah. Are you hitting this? This reminds me of Dolly in his older years. So that's mid-80s. Plenty of sink.
Yeah, Dolly wishes he could get down that low.
Yeah. What else have I got saved here? Plenty of Bazzana. We've seen a pitch clock violation today for strike 3.
Oh, the polar bear.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal, wasn't it? We got Trevor Bauer absolutely killing it. And that's about it for our baseball. Other than we'll go through the standings.
How about them like all the records being updated to include Negro leagues?
Yeah, I forgot about that. How good's that? So you got
Josh Gibson.
Yeah, Josh Gibson. What was it? It was 371 or 374. Can't remember, but it was massive.
Career batting average, like extra base hits or something. There's a few categories that he just jumps straight to the top or top 5 of.
Yeah.
And but it's so good to see. I know records weren't kept that well back then, but it does sound like they've done a lot more digging into it and really put in the effort and have them right and have them up to date. And so good to see them integrated with Major League stats.
It is. And I mean, they're doing everything they can to promote it as much as they can, even like on MLB The Show this year. They've got, plenty of different things from the Negro Leagues. And, so if Josh Gibson played as many MLB games as Babe Ruth, so his Negro League stats, 628 games, 838 hits, 174 home runs, 751 RBIs, 373 extra base hits. So you have a look there at Babe Ruth's stats, and then they projected Gibson's games to 2504 games like Babe Ruth's. They reckon that he would absolutely crush him on those numbers. But it's pretty cool to see them up there in the records and also the different Hall of Fame things that have come through. So,
because I read a biography on him, and he was just a beast.
Yeah,
and a great catcher too. They forget how good a catcher he was. Like they talk about his hitting, but some of the moonshots apparently he hit was like further than Babe. So you're up there with Babe, if not further. So nice to see hitters and pitchers get the recognition they deserve.
For sure. Let's take a look at the standings, mate, and then we'll get away from our baseball. Start right at the tippy top. Yankees, 2.5 games clear of the Orioles. 11.5 games back of your Red Sox are, mate. Guardians at the top of that one. AL Central in front of the Royals and the Twins. AL West. The Mariners up the top. 4.5 games clear of the Rangers. 7 games back to the Trash Cans. Phillies. 7 games clear of the Braves. Now the Braves, 7 games back. That's a pretty big deficit there. What are the Braves, 4 and 6 in their last 10?
Imagine where they'd be without Chris Sale pitching well. I know Sale got lit up his last start, but he's been their dependable starter, like since Strider went down.
Strider's gone, yeah. Brewers.
Nats are doing better.
Yeah. So they.
I know it's still below 500, but considering you got the Mets in it.
Brew Crew are on top of the Central. 7 games clear of the Cubs and the Cards. The Cards are doing all right back there, mate. And the NL West, the Dodgers are streaks ahead, 7 games ahead of the Padres, 9 back of the Giants. So pretty straightforward there, isn't it? Dodgers are killing.
They're starting to sort themselves out. So
yeah, all right. Bit of NRL action. Not going to go over all the games this weekend. We'll just go over that one game that mattered, I guess. How'd your Bulldogs go, Davo?
Mate, flogged them as the underdogs.
Who they beat, mate? I just
I think it was a team up your way, those lowly Knights. The Knights got out to a 2-0 lead. Yeah. And that was it for them.
Bit of a reverse action here for Randle. I know he didn't comment this right now, but I think he's crying. Oh, no, there it is. There's one. So, yeah.
That's it was a good game, mate.
It was a good game to watch.
Put 30 on, considering they had a few out. So, good signs for us. Not so good for the Knights.
Yeah. Nah, don't worry about the Knights, mate. What about the, I think it was the Eels got over the Sharks. It was a pretty good game too. Pretty close contest.
And Cowboys coming down from 16-0 down to beat the Roosters 18-16.
Yeah, quality game.
That was an upset. So I think I got
another upset, mate. What about the Panthers going down?
Yep.
What was that, 22-12, or I think it was, or 22-10?
Yeah.
So, pretty average.
So, and then even like the Raiders beating the Dolphins 26-25. Dolphins were sort of favourites on that one. But, yeah, terrible week for footy tipping. I only got one right, and that was me Bulldogs.
A couple of close games and a couple of good games.
There was a couple of good games.
The big one here, mate, the State of Origin. So, evening, Juvo, and yes, go them Raiders. Had a good game over the weekend, mate. So, Raiders 26 over the Dolphins 25. Big one. State of Origin, Davo, I know you picked the Blues because you put them in the Dabble of the week. Let's do a score prediction. Jivo and Randle, let us know in the comments what you're picking as well. I'm going to go with the Maroons 2016, even though I want the Blues to win.
Wow. I think it'll be quite an even series. There's been a few injuries on both sides. So the coaches have had to sort of think outside the box a little bit. Dylan Edwards will be a loss for New South Wales, but you've got the experience of Tedesco coming back in, and maybe being dropped might be the little spark he needs to get going. But I reckon 20-16 New South Wales.
Wow, opposite to me. And Randall's picking 18-12 New South Wales. So let's see how that goes. Hopefully it's a blowout and it's New South Wales 56 and the Maroons 0.
But there's a good video. I should find it. Stadium Australia or Acor or whatever it's called, Homebush. The grounds crew last night, literally 20 minutes after the Matildas finished playing, the grounds crew were out there. So they were sort of washing off all the lines from the Matildas football match and then setting up for State of Origin. So it showed them sort of taking down the goals, sort of moving all the sponsors' banners, inserting all the rugby league posts. So it's quite a good little video to watch, just how fast they set it up.
Good crew. Good crews needed, that's for sure. Hey, we didn't get to talk to you the other week about your Central Coast Mariners, mate.
Yeah.
What a great game that would have been live.
Oh, it was. We were worried for a while. I think up until about the 80th minute, we're like, geez, we haven't looked like scoring. And when they scored the equaliser, you could physically feel the stadium shaking, like it was rocking that much. And, to get those 2 extra goals and win it on the coast was awesome. And seeing all the victory supporters. They were nice and loud for first part of it, but once we got that equaliser and then that, it's like tail between the legs and off they went.
It was like the 86th or 89th minute or something, wasn't it?
No, it was in extra time.
Yeah, right.
It was like about the 91st, 92nd minute that we got the equaliser. And then the 2 extra in extra time to seal the deal. But such a great atmosphere, sort of glad we were there and part of it. And like I've been to footy matches there, I've been to a lot of sport there, but it's the first time actually felt the stadium sort of just rocking a little bit with the crowd going off the way it did.
It's a great stadium to watch any sport at, really, though, isn't it? You're right on top of it there. I love watching it. I think last time I was there, it would have to be 15 years ago, possibly 20 years ago, Davo. We went to a city country game there.
Yeah.
And it was awesome atmosphere. I'm sure it'll be a bit better now because they've redone the stadium a little bit. But
to get the treble for them, like to win the plate, the championship, and then the AFC, it's a rare treble in football. And for a little club like the Mariners, who are like the paupers of the league, have the smallest budget. We're like the Tampa Bay Rays, really. It's so good to see. And then Danny Vukovic hung up the gloves after the grand final. He's closing in on 40. So it's sort of like, well, what's left to prove, really? Why not go out a winner the way he did? So, but he's staying on at the Mariners as their goalkeeping coach. So that's good for the coast.
Absolutely is. Great for the juniors coming through. NASCAR, mate. Van Gisbergen got his first win in the Xfinity Series. That was only his 13th drive in the series and got his win there at Portland. So that was a pretty cool one to watch.
Which helps.
What was that? Sorry, mate.
Street track or like not just an oval track, which helps.
He's been killing it every time they go to something like that, which obviously is where it's at. But here, check out the celebration here. Of course, he does a bit of a burnout and gets it sideways. But great to see Gizzy going off over there and absolutely loving it.
Yeah, and they loved it over there too. So,
yeah,
good to see.
Been following along a fair bit with his progress. And, so how the NASCAR works now with the Xfinity Series. So they have a season and then they go to what they call the playoffs after that. And if you win a race during the regular season, you automatically go into the playoffs. So say there's 50 cars or whatever it is, and there's only 14 or 15 in the playoffs. I can't remember the exact number. It might be 16 actually. So he'll have one of those spots in the playoffs. So all the cars are in, but only the people in the playoffs can win points going forward. So resets and they start at 0. So he's got every chance now to, I guess, crack that top 10, top 5, and even podium. So see what happens as that goes on. But other than that, mate, a bit of AFL news. Let's quickly show the scoreboard here, the leaderboard, because our Sydney Swans, look at them go. They're 10-1. Essendon in second spot on 34 points. Geelong Cats, Port Adelaide, Carlton, Fremantle, Giants, and Gold Coast Suns round out the top 8. No need to go down further.
No need to go right down the bottom, mate.
All right, no worries. But they are Swannies and Giants, mate. They're doing all right. The Giants, I think, they lost 3 in a row, didn't they? And they're on their way back now. So
Yeah, a bit like Carlton. Carlton lost 4 in a row, but they got a win last week, so that should steady the ship a little bit.
Yes. The cricket's on, mate, as well. The T20.
Yeah, the ICC World Cup over in America and the West Indies.
Yep.
So that's started. Been a few starter matches. The hosts played Papua New Guinea and only just won, so it's not good signs for them. But South Africa had a convincing win. Australia play on Thursday against Oman, so should be a nice warm up, and it's good because some of the games are on at like 10 o'clock, 10:30 during the day.
Yeah.
So sit up and watch some of them.
Now our mate King Billy Jerk, he's loving it. He's a bit of a night owl, so he will be up watching the cricket at all hours and watch through and have a sleep during the day. And
12:30 at night, some of the games are, so I'm still off and up for that. So yeah, it's good late night viewing.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to the Aussies. Kicks off Thursday for them, but the matches, I think it started 2 or 3 days ago. So
yeah, it was US versus Canada was opening match. So they started with a blockbuster.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think tonight's game is England versus Scotland. So the Poms should do that pretty easy. Hope they don't, but they should.
All right, mate. We might leave it there for tonight and get out of here, and wishing Randle the speediest of recoveries from his man flu. We don't want him, lucky he's got a rest weekend from baseball this weekend. Take it easy, old son. Don't go out drinking too many dirty waters or anything over the next couple of days. We want you fresh for next week. So
good luck to all the teams that are going away to Tamworth this weekend.
Yeah,
it's always a good weekend going up to Tamworth for June long weekend.
Predicting -3 to -2 overnight up there on Saturday, so that should be good.
Yep, that's why you get a belly full of rum and you don't feel the cold, mate.
Absolutely perfect conditions up there. Oh, love to be playing in A division up there at the moment. Can't feel a thing.
Play in the fog, pop up to left field, can't see it. Yep, it's a home run.
Beautiful. It's gone. Been a few of those out on those back diamonds.
Yep.
All right, mate. Take it easy, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, everyone. See you next week.